Okay, so we're starting with this. This is a technique I haven't used before, so we're going to learn this one together. You want to take a tissue and you want to split it so it's single ply. And then we're going to lay it on the birdhouse. We're going to take our spray, get this thing primed. We're going to spray it down and see how it wrinkles up. We want that. And I'm going to try to do the sides. I don't know, the lady that I saw do this before, I don't know if she did the sides or not, but we're going to try. And then what you want to do is take some of this Elmer's glue. Uh-oh, it might be clogged. Okay, I tried to unclog the glue and it didn't unclog, so I have this water bottle. We're going to try that. Got to get it primed first though. Okay, I'm going to give it a spray of this glue in this huge bottle. And then we're going to let that dry. And when we come back, it should look like wood. Well, after you paint it, it should look like wood. Okay, so here's what we have. We have our tissue paper covered wood piece and this wood block. It's not a block, it's a wood slab, I guess, that we did with the antique. And I'm not quite happy with how it dried down. So I'm going to use a little brown. Got two different color browns here. And we're just going to give it another coat of paint. And I think I'm going to do the same for the house. So this is really watery. We're just going to give it a coat of paint, darken it up a little bit. I think this is going to be better. I think that the antique wax was just a little too light, but I like this color better. I want it to blend in a little bit more. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give this slab of wood a little bit of darker color, let it dry, and then we'll start working on the decoration. That's what we have for now. I forgot one thing. We're going to make a little roof to our little birdhouse, so I'm going to paint this craft stick also. Okay, well that's drying. I want to take a little bit of the dark brown and just give this a little bit of a dry brush to bring out the wrinkles in to make it look more like bark. I'm going to take a paper towel. I'm just going to wipe it. I'm going to just keep doing that. Put some paint, dry brush it on, and rub it down so it gets down into the cracks of the tissue paper and gives it that real barky look, like tree bark. I'm just gonna rub it. And this is just the acrylic paint, just this dark brown paint by Craft Smart. It's called chocolate brown. So yeah, just gonna wipe it off, wipe the excess off, and I think that looks a little bit better than how light it was before. So we're just gonna I'm gonna give it a coat around all the edges and everything and let it dry on top and see how it dries down. Okay, well, we have our darker brown house and slab waiting to dry, we're going to try to make this into a little mini birdhouse. So I have one of the little mini grapevine wreaths from, I think it's Hobby Lobby. They come in like a pack of 10 or 8, I'm not sure. But you get a lot for a little bit of money. So I'm going to take some of the floral moss from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to try to form it around this grapevine wreath to make like a little nest. So take some of that, take some hot glue, put it on the grapevine wreath, and just start pressing it in. And once we get it all around the outside, we're going to just start building it up so we can put it in the middle too. So we'll just keep pulling off little pieces, putting some hot glue down on the grapevine wreath, and pressing it into the hot glue. Oop, burned myself. Got to be careful with that hot glue. And I'm not worried about trimming up the edges right now. I'm just going to keep going around and putting the floral, can't talk, the moss on the grapevine. So once we get that done, we'll start filling in the middle. Okay, so this is what we have. After, well, it's still a little, might have to spray it with some hairspray to keep everything intact, but it makes like a little bird's nest. And I have these 2 little eggs from actually it was from a project that I actually bought, a decoration I actually bought, and they fit in there pretty good. 2 little robin's eggs. So what we're going to do, how we're going to assemble this, is we're going to take the house and the slab plank, I don't know what to call that, and we're going to attach it like this so that the house is standing up, and then we're going to put the little nest and glue that down, and we're going to make a little roof. I think I need another stick. I don't think this stick is long enough to do both sides of the roof. So I'm going to take the stick and just make a better roof for it, and it will look like this. I don't know, I hope you guys can see it. So we're going to glue it down, and I did get some of these blocks to hold it up, just to give it a little bit more stability in the back. So we can glue those down and glue the house to the slab and to the blocks, and it should be good. But first, before we do any of that, I have to put a little hole where the birds would go in on here. So we're going to paint a little hole on there, and I got to go grab another stick and paint that. And then when that's all done, I will assemble it together. Okay, so we put the little circle in the middle for the birds to get in and out. But after I'm looking at this and putting it all together, I'm thinking that it needs something else, and I'm not sure what, but I'm going to try to do a dry brush of some white, just real light. I didn't like how light it was before, and now I don't like how dark it is. So I'm going to do a dry brush, try to lighten it up some. Alright, we're going to let that dry, and then we'll put it together. Okay, while that's drying, we're going to measure the top for the roof. So I already cut this one, so we're just going to make it even and cut that one too. So just that. And that gives us our little roof. Just add a little bit more decoration. And we'll just cover that with some paint after this is all dry. This little end, gonna make a rough sign like we did for the other birdhouse. Except we're gonna leave this one a little bigger. And if it splinters, that's all right, because we wanted to make it look rustic. So I'm intentionally cutting into the wood of this piece. That went flying. Better find that before somebody steps on it. We're just going to make it look rough. Rustic. Like it's been sitting out in the weather. So there we go. I'm going to give this one a little coat of the white wax. Now I just gotta let everything dry up so we can glue it on there and finish this project up. Okay, so we pretty much whitewashed this, give it a little bit more dimension. I think it looks better. So we're going to glue this on. So we're just going to take our hot glue gun on a bead of glue, put it on the top, glue it down, and the same for the other one. On a bleed of glue. Oops. Don't have to go that far. Put it on the top. Now we want to leave room for our nest in the front. It doesn't have to be perfectly on there, but I think this is pretty good, so we're gonna just make a mark. That way we know where the glue goes. Gonna give it a pretty heavy line of glue because this has got to stand up. Just going to press it down and hold it for a minute. And then I'm going to take our little blocks and we're going to put them in the back just to give it a little bit more stability. Put some on there and there. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Then I was thinking it's kind of bland with the color, so I was thinking about putting a little bit of this moss on the top of the roof, and I think I'm going to, just to bring out a little bit more color, because the only color is coming from the eggs right now. So I'm just gonna take some of the green reindeer moss, glue it down. And then I'm gonna just take some and stretch it out. Gotta get it in there. Cover up that top part too. A little bit more. That looks pretty good. I'm happier with that than just the plain old brown roof. Might have to, you know, just play with it a little bit more and put some in the front. But let's glue this down. Okay, and then we just have our eggs. And I want to try to get them in there. Okay, so we have our reindeer moss on the top. And the camera died, so while I was waiting for it to charge up, I did add a little bit more. So now we're going to put our eggs in. And we're just going to, they have this little thing on them because, like I said, these were from an actual completed project that I bought, so it was already on there. They have these little posts on there. Just going to get them in there. Then I'm going to take our little sign and I'm going to write our nest. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of that. Glue it on there. And then I do have these little flowers. I may put a little flower. I think I'm getting a little too extra right now. But I have them, so we might as well use them. And there you go. I don't know if you can see that real good, but you have the little bird's nest, the little house, the little sign with the flower. I do like the white better than the brown, so I'm glad we did that. And then I didn't paint the back, but we did put those just to hold it more straight and secure. And we put the reindeer moss on the top. And we can call this one done. I think it's kind of cute. I'm in the birds and the bees right now, so I think the next project I have is a bee project. So you can look for that. I think I'm going to work on that during the week. But if you like this one, please try it out. And if you like what I did, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and it would really help me out a lot. Thank you very much, and you guys have a great week.